What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. This is actually pretty crazy. We got 3 new Rokket cards, and maybe they're not just gonna be just for Rokket, like the casual deck that people didn't really play competitively for too long. Well, actually, did it ever truly see competitive play? When we actually saw Rockets at their best, it was kind of like as a small engine, well, relatively small to medium to definitely sometimes large, depending on who was playing the deck, engine in Dragonlink. And this is the important thing. Dragonlink, Rokket, not necessarily the same thing. People like to call those decks just dragons in general, because obviously they all share the same playstyle in a way where they just abuse the living pancake out of LP and stuff. But yeah, what is the first card? It's actually a ritual monster. Pretty insane. Borreload Riot Dragon. That's cool, man. Now we have an Xyz, it's Borreload X-Charge or something like that. There's obviously a Synchro, Borreload Savage, and obviously a bunch of links, Borreload Dragon. So level 8 Dark Dragon Ritual Effect Monster. Oh, sorry, there's also a fusion, Borreload Furious Dragon. So I'm pretty sure we have every single member of the family now. Anyways, the exact same stats, so the stats of Blue Eyes, of course, because I'm pretty sure Revolver is supposed to be like the Blue Eyes version of, I mean, the Kaiba version of the, yeah, whatever, of, I think, Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains? I forgot. Anyways, you can ritual summon this card with Heavy Trigger. This is going to be a card that we're going to see later on, but the thing is, the fact that, I don't know if this is what makes it's searchable by pre-prep, but we're going to look in details if actually this card is searchable by pre-prep or not. Anyways, you can only use this card's name first and second effect once per turn each. When your opponent would special summon a monster, quick effect, you can negate the summon. That's pretty good against like pendulums, for example. They go to the grave. And if you do destroy those monsters, then destroy this card or one Rokket monster you control. Now, the one issue that I have is that the monster, I mean, sure, you destroy it and then it floats back into something on the end phase, but it's not like you could actually take full advantage of the effect of the Link monsters to target and then, like, destroy itself, the monster, and then maybe make your opponent lose one card. That would be so freaking nice, but sadly, we don't really have that. And destroying a Rokket monster you control doesn't really make you generate advantage. It's kind of like destroying a Yang Zing. Unless you have the continuous trap or some other stuff like Chiwin in the grave, you're not really going +1. You're losing one card and then you're gaining one card. You're just breaking even, but the thing is, since you're breaking even just in the end phase and not before that, it almost looks like it's not the best way to necessarily get your engine going, but since you're doing that on your opponent's turn as a way to interrupt them, I think this is a totally respectable effect. So I really like that. Of course, it's a once per turn effect, but it can negate multiple monsters summoned in one shot. So like I said, against pendulum summons, this is absolutely amazing. For the second effect, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Borrel or one Rokket monster in your grave. That could be Rokket Tracer, Rokket Synchron. Pretty good, huh? Destroy one card you control or in your hand, and if you do, add that target to your hand. It's really cool how you can destroy a card in your hand. You can just randomly destroy like Apso Router and then get the effect to search, even if your hand kind of sucked to begin with. So that's kind of neat. And I also like the fact that you don't have to banish this card in order to use this effect. It's kind of just always sits there in your grave as a resource that you can always play with. So it actually adds a whole new dynamic of grindability for your deck. And that could definitely be something that would make Rokket still playable, even if so many cards in the Dragonlink deck end up being banned. Like LP could get banned, Romulus could get banned. I really don't think Romulus is ever going to get banned, otherwise how are they selling Dragunity? You could say the same thing for LP, but if LP gets banned, it's a bit less concerning because they still have their own version of LP. Dragunity, they have Hieratic King Dragon Atom or something like that, the rank 6 monster. But yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody wants to see LP banned except Dragonlink players. I wonder why. But yeah, pretty cool effect. I love both of these effects. Really nice. Alright, Dual Wheel Dragon. Level 8 Dark Dragon effect, 2500 attack and then 1500 defense. You can only use this card's name first and second effect once per turn each. You can tribute this card, then target 2 Rokket monsters with different names in your graveyard, special summon them in defense position. Now this effect is already playable in Dragonlink, because you can LP into this and then tribute it and then revive back Rokket Tracer and maybe Rokket Synchron, and then Rokket Tracer would destroy something. You can make a Burl Savage or sorry, Chaos Ruler Demonic, and then obviously Synchro Summon with the Rokket Synchron, make Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and just keep playing. It's pretty cool. There are definitely a bunch of plays that you can do with a card like that. I don't know. It's already pretty interesting, but again, the fact that it's not a Rokket monster, and it has to be on the field, and it's a level 8, might be the, I don't know, the not too cool thing about this card. Anyways, you can banish this card from your graveyard and then either add one Rapid Trigger, which is the quick play fusion spell that fuses by destroying cards you control, or the Heavy Trigger, which is the new card, which is a ritual spell. Pretty similar effect though, you're gonna see, from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Not too bad, but this can get belled and ashed because it searches from the deck or graveyard to your hand. So that kind of is an issue, but at the same time they would have just ashed this first effect. It's not really like it was a good bait of this, but yeah, the other way around would have been better. Anyways, Heavy Trigger. Alright, this card is used to ritual summon Borreload Riot Dragon. So this is the confirmation that this is a pre-prep package, I'm pretty sure. I think the name of the monster has to be specified in the spell. Add one ritual, well, I'm reading pre-prep right now. Add one ritual spell from your deck to your hand, then add one ritual monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand whose name is listed on that ritual spell. Exactly. But that's pretty nice. Anyways, yeah, like I said, tribute monsters and or destroy Rokket monsters from your hand and or field whose total level equal 8 or more, and after that ritual summon one Borreload Riot Dragon from your hand, and if you do, that summoned monster cannot be destroyed by battle, and is unaffected by monstrous effects activated by monstrous special summon from the extra deck. Was this really needed? But yeah, anyways, pretty cool effect. I actually kind of like how destroying your own rockets isn't even neggy. If anything, well, I mean, destroying Rokket Tracer is bad, destroying Rokket Synchron is bad, but then destroying like Silver Rokket, Magna Rokket, like all those guys, I could care less. It's really not, yeah, it doesn't really change anything to my life. So I think this card is okay. Same thing with the Ritual Monster. Especially since it is a pre-prep kind of deal, if you play these two cards, you know that you can get both of them in one shot in your hand, just with one single copy of preparation of rights. Which is really good because usually when people use pre-prep, this is kind of like a warning, like, oh my god, ash this, otherwise you're going to have to deal with maybe Herald of Ultimateness, well, Herald of Perfection and stuff, and that's just gonna be really annoying. But yeah, pretty cool card. This card is the one that has the most potential of being played competitively in the Dragonlink deck. I could be wrong, maybe I am wrong, we never know, but yeah, pretty nice, just new cards actually. OCG Burst of Destiny first reveal, so we definitely have more in stock, and this is the most important thing about this video, is that I'm not just talking about these 3 cards, but also the potential in the future of this, I guess, this set, this archetype also as well. Same thing with the Cyberdark. When I talked about them yesterday, people were like, wow, you're being negative. I literally repeated like 20 billion times that this could actually end up being good in the future, and people still think I'm being negative, but yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Motivates me so much to keep making videos like these, and I will see you next time. Peace.